This has been 25 years in the making. We have finally gotten the minifigure series 29, and I actually picked up a couple figures, and I got a little rare pack right here with this amazing little witchress right here. It has a cat. There's a cat. There's a funny little cat. This is good for D&D, I can imagine, for all those. Yeah. But really, I was a little bit of a cheater. A little bit. I used an amazing brick minifigure scanner to scan my minifigures so I can get the figure I wanted, and that's the one I got right here. Now, everyone's been pretty much raving about this figure, like this one and the Ronan Lloyd figure that just came out also in Series 29 are like the two most sought after figures, and luckily I did get my hands on this amazing figure, the one figure I really just wanted for the year. I've been basically a Bionicle fan since 2023, like proper. Like I've always been into Bionicle since like when the 2015 wave of sets, and honestly even all the way back in 2014, that's when I actually got my first Bionicle set from like, I got the 2007 Jollar Mari and the little Borak and the little canister that I always keep in the background of my Smibberg videos. I am not a Lego LARPer, but it's already been over a decade since Bionicle has actually just retired with the 2016 wave of sets, like with the Uniters. These are the only two Lego sets that Bionicle has actually properly made that hasn't been like just like small little references in other Lego sets, with the gift with purchase Tahu and little Takua right here, and I love the brick build aesthetic of it. Like I think this has like changed our perspective of what Bionicle could be in the future, and my theory is that honestly they're gonna just make a bunch of new minifigures for probably the next like series of waves, like they've been kind of doing with like, you know, like the Lego minifigures with like the, you know, the 2x3 bricks on them, and they have like different variants from a couple of CMFs. I kind of think that's going to be the same vibe, even like with the wolf packs. Like there's been a couple of wolf pack guys, and I don't think it's really any different with this Tahu minifigure, and I could like basically sing all its praises for how amazing this figure is with the little canister print from the original Tahu, and I actually do have like the actual old canisters. Now the actual art for this canister that I have has already been like ripped off because I actually bought this used when I bought my Pohatu, but this is like the artwork that you get to see underneath each of the box art, and there is the original box art for Tahu, which I also do own the original Mata for anyway, so this actually feels like the perfect trinity for everything. You get the gift with purchase, you get the amazing minifigure, and you get the amazing original Mata. These are all the actual same variants of these figures to begin with anyway, and to have the full collection of them really does make me happy. Actually, I do own the box for this as well too, so actually I do own every single piece of Lego Bionicle Toa Mata. Granted, I will still sing my woes after 3 years with like, oh my gosh, they made a misprint on my gift with purchase Tahu. It doesn't look like anything like the mask. Though when I opened this box up for the first time, the thing that made me so happy is that the mask is actually like a half mask, like it is like the emulation of like actually being able to like flip your mask open, because you know, like if your mask comes off, you lose the power. And it's basically just a one-on-one recreation, but just in a miniature form for a minifigure head. Like it's so tiny, it's so adorable, so cute, and it literally looks so faithful to how it's actually represented into Lego. Like the way they like printed this minifigure, so you actually get all like the little like Technic pins on it, and even get like the flame sword, and even like the way they have to interpret like some things that like obviously they have to use this like little pauldron piece with like these two Technic like hands essentially. Like I really liked how more creative this is. Oh my gosh, they just did a cosplayer, they couldn't figure out another way to do it because, you know, I saw the interview. I don't know, there's like a little bandana. You know what? If you interpret this right here as a bandana, I think our lives would just be a lot more happier, right? Let's just spread some joy and whimsy into the world today. Nah, just kidding. Here's a Taka Nuva. Look at that. Oh my gosh, it's Tahu Nuva. I'm gonna bam you out. Let's get a Tahu Nuva minifigure. Said no one. Though if I have any guesses for like what the next actual like minifigure, if they do another minifigure for Bionicle, I kind of hope it's going to be a Taka Nuva or a Jollar. Since they already have the mold for the Tahu, they could just make the mold for this yellow, and then bada bing bada boom, you got a little Jala minifigure right there. I think that'd be really cute, especially since we only got like Taka Nuva just a couple years ago anyway, so like, I think it'd be a little perfect companion. Or I could just paint that yellow and just make a little Jala. Let's get a little creative and ruin our minifigures. No, but seriously, I think Taka Nuva is actually going to be the legit one, even though I have the Stars variant. It's probably going to be the 2003 variant anyway, so, you know. Oh, wait a minute. Now the funny part is, besides the 2016 Uniters Tahu, I do own every version of Tahu, and I'm very happy with this. I do have the mask from 2008, and I have the polybag mask right here that came in the Heroes pack for like $5, so that's also pretty cool. It came with a cool like poster and map and everything. The obvious minifigure that just came out a couple days ago, the Toa Mata Tahu, and the Stars Tahu, along with Nuva, and the 2015 Tahu. This is actually the first one I ever got, and like this is like the one I fully paid for in my collection, so I was very happy to have like all of them just, you know, sitting here together as one unity. Basically an evolution, may you always say, where like it went from a little bit of Technic to basically going into more Hero Factory, and so, you know, basically like the buildable figures from like Star Wars all the way to buildable, and now fully back to like what Ninjago has done with just, you know, the minifigures. I think Bionicle has really come full circle, and I'm kind of hoping, I hope this is like more of a minifigure series, to be honest. I'm like, please, just let it happen, Lego. Make the fans happy. Bring back Bionicle. And I honestly can't wait for the Bionicle Day stream going out on August 10th, because you know what, at least we got more Bionicle to talk about, like official things, so it's going to be very exciting for the community as a whole.